Good morning and welcome to another writing vlog. My name is Nicole, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I am currently working on my first romance novel, which I'm calling Project 2A, and I started writing it back in NaNoWriMo of 2022. We are at the end of August now. I have been trying to get back into rereading, editing the printed out version of my novel. I really did not make any progress since coming back from my trip, but this past weekend I was able to get in about 3 chapters, and I've also been working on kind of like re-plotting out everything in my novel. I recently got a free trial of this software called Plottr. I was looking into different software options. I was trying to use Notion to help me plot out my novel, but I was finding it a little bit hard to organize everything in a table that my brain liked, so I'm giving Plottr a try. I've realized that I can't keep track of everything within my writing, which is kind of embarrassing to say, but I just keep coming across these really funny little errors of continuity that just don't make any sense. Like, since rewriting parts of the novel and trying to insert new chapters, it's totally changed certain relationship dynamics and how things have progressed, which kind of has a cascading effect to chapters I've already written, and relationships just aren't making sense. One thing that I discovered during a recent reading of a chapter was one of my characters follows a vegan diet, and then suddenly one of the parties that's being held in her honor just features a whole bunch of seafood, and she says nothing about it. She may even eat a shrimp in a chapter, which doesn't make sense, and I think while I was writing it, I just totally was not thinking about that at all. So I'm hoping by plotting out everything again, seeing it all laid out. I should have done this before I wrote my novel, but it's okay. I'm doing it now because I am still seriously considering a full rewrite, and I'm still heavily considering changing the points of view in my novel. A lot to think about, but I am still going to go through with finishing the reread / edit of the paper version and then make sure I plot out everything this time. I'm not going to take any shortcuts. I need to write everything down because if I am doing a full rewrite, I'm going to need that tool to help me out. So I don't know how long this vlog will be. I definitely want to take you through the end of me finishing off this paper reading version of it. I am currently keeping my entire manuscript in a binder, and I think I'm about halfway through now. I will double check that later. And yeah, I'm not as heavily editing it as I was before because I am considering doing that full rewrite. We'll just see how things go, and I'm going to take you along with me for it. I'm just going to take my phone with me this morning. I'm transiting to work, so I'm going to take some time on the bus to just do some really big brain dumps, and hopefully I can put that into Plottr later. And then tonight after work, I am meeting up with one of my writing friends for dinner. I'm so excited to see her. It's been quite a while since we got to sit down and talk, and I'm so excited to hear her updates and share my updates with her as well. But until then, time for me to get to work, and I will see you later. Hello and good morning. I just finished up a writing session, which you've already seen in a separate video. I decided to wake up this morning and dedicate just an hour to reading and editing, and I was going to put some stuff into Plottr on my laptop, reorganize that brain dump that I did on my phone the other day, but I'm just kind of out of time. It's going to be a long day for me today. I didn't end up filming anything yesterday, or not anything that I wanted to use. I did squeeze in about 3 chapters, going through 3 chapters after work, but I just woke up not feeling great mentally yesterday. Even though I woke up early and I told myself I was going to edit a video and squeeze in a little bit of writing, I ended up just scrolling on my phone for like a whole hour, and then by the time I got organized for my day, I made my breakfast and I was about to go sit down at my computer, but my head was just totally somewhere else, and I dropped my eggs onto my desktop computer and my eggs got stuck in the vent grates of my computer, and then I had to spend a bunch of time picking them out, and then it was not a great start to my day. And I was thinking that, oh, I was going to write more, And then by the time I finished cleaning that up and remade my breakfast, I was just out of time and had zero motivation to do anything really other than just make myself get ready for the work day. But as the day progressed and I had more time to kind of think through things and what I wanted to do, I felt a lot better, and here I am this morning. I had a really nice time the other night getting to meet up with my friend and give her updates about my book and just hang out. We ended up also going to Indigo to look and browse some books together and just have a nice little evening together. It was really nice to see her and catch up. And she has very kindly lent me her copy of Fourth Wing for me to read. She's told me so many great things about the book. I have been seeing it all over the place, so I figured why not give it a chance and read it. At the same time, I'm also reading Emily Henry's Book Lovers, which I've really been enjoying. I've just been reading it on my Kindle, but because I have to return this book to my friend eventually, I'm going to try and read this first and then get back into Book Lovers. I know I've said multiple times I prefer to read on my e-reader because it just makes it easier for me, but something my friend really recommended that I get is this little amber colored book reading light. It's a very yellow light and you're supposed to like use it in the dark so you can read at night, because that's what I like about my Kindle. I can turn off all the lights and still read while my husband sleeps. So I gave the little light a try last night and read the first chapter of Fourth Wing, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's got a lot going for it, a lot of plot happening. That's a sentence. But no, I'm saying that like the first chapter really has me interested in how things are going to unfold and all the elements of the story that it's already laid out for me. And anyways, I'm talking about books because I wanted to say that I found that the more I've been reading, the more it's been inspiring me to write and make sure I put in the time for writing because I want to have a book done. And yeah, just reading how other people write is also making my brain work about how I want to do my rewrite eventually, which I'm hoping to start very soon. As I said in my last little writing vlog to you guys, I'm almost at the end of going through the reread slash edit slash whatever you want to call it. So I'm hoping I will be able to wrap that up tomorrow morning, but I've got a long day ahead of me, like I said. Tonight I'm going to a concert. I'm going to Tessa Violet's concert. I love her music so much, especially her new album. There is a song on the album called Kitchen Song, and it's just so sweet and a really lovely little love song that just makes my heart feel so warm and fuzzy. And I'm hoping I will have a good time tonight, but it will be a long day for me and I've got to get my day started. So like always, I'm gonna finish my tea, get ready for work, and then head out the door, so I will give you another update later. Good morning, it is Thursday now. There has been no writing or editing this morning. I know I had planned on doing it this morning, but I was actually out really late last night because of the concert, and then I decided to let myself sleep in a little bit this morning and squeezed in a little bit of video editing because my brain wasn't feeling up to opening up my novel and giving it another read, because I know the next chapters that are coming up are like the final chapters, the ending, the great big they're coming back together thing. So I will probably get to that tomorrow morning or sometime this weekend. I can't believe tomorrow is already September 1st, August is ending, and summer is slowly coming to a close. But that just means soon it'll be more cozy weather and more reasons to stay inside and work on my novel. I wanted to chat with you a little bit about the concert last night because it was incredible. I had such an amazing time. I did just go by myself, and going to concerts alone has kind of been an acquired taste for me. I used to always go with at least one other friend, but over the years when there's a band I just really want to see and I don't know anyone else who is a fan of them, I just go by myself, and it's always been a fun experience each time. I get to do exactly what I want, which is usually not standing in the crowd, but because I am quite short, I like to go and find somewhere higher up so I can see everything, and that's exactly what I did last night at the concert. Tessa Violet is just such a wonderful and energetic performer. I've never been to any of her concerts before, but I've been following her music for a while, And just following her on social media, she always shares such great little videos. They're either like really funny or they give you some great self-help advice. I love listening to music while I write or even just brainstorming. I find listening to music being so powerful. And in the concert last night, she was saying that her songs are like spells to her. They can make you feel happy, they can make you feel sad, and they can also make you feel just a little bit naughty. She also talked about how confidence is definitely a skill that you have to work on. You have to practice it. Just like doing anything, you may be bad at it at first, but the more you practice, the better you will get. I don't know, just the whole show made me feel really good and really inspired to keep pursuing what I want to pursue, and that's my writing. And even though I may not have the most confidence in it now, or my writing may not be its best, I know that the more that I write, the more that I read, the more that I work on things, hopefully the better it will get. I don't know, going to concerts is always just such a mood boost for me. Do you like going to concerts? Let me know down in the comments below who you would like to see in concert. I would definitely go to another Tessa Violet concert. The energy there was just so great, and it felt like a really inclusive and safe space for everyone attending the show. It was just like an area where everyone got to be themselves, and I had a great time. I ended up getting 2 t-shirts. I had to get her tour t-shirt, and then there was another band that was playing, and then there was another performer that was playing. Their name is Francis Forever. I had only heard them before in a collaboration song with Tessa Violet, but also getting to hear what they had to say, how they are a non-binary queer performer who also wants to make inclusive spaces at their shows and with their music, and just to make people feel good or not alone in what they're doing. And their music really got everyone hyped for Tessa's part of the show. Just a great opening performance, so I had to get one of the t-shirts as well. I love the colors of this one. That's it from me for this morning, and probably for the rest of today, but if I do end up doing any writing, I will check in with you then. But until then, I will see you tomorrow for Friday. Okay, see you later. Good morning. It is Monday now, but I have the day off work as it is a stat holiday today. It is the Labor Day long weekend, and since the last time I've spoken to you, I have read/edited a total of 17 chapters, and that's including the chapters I said I would count in that morning writing session I did. Sorry I haven't filmed it all. I've just kind of been sneaking in, reading when I can, and I've been spending a lot of time with family and friends this past weekend. It's been a very busy but very fun weekend, and I still have plans today, but I wanted to just squeeze in the very last chapters I have to read. I'm now at the point where I think everything is going to come together now. We are going to get our happily ever after and then the little epilogue I wrote, and then that'll be it for the full reread, rewrite, edit of this whole entire second draft. Something else that has been also consuming a lot of my time, which on the flip side has also made me really want to do my whole rewrite, at least when I finish reading it, is Fourth Wing. I have just been nonstop reading this book as much as possible. Whenever I get the chance to read, I am reading this. I am about halfway through now, and it's just nonstop. Every single chapter has kept me hooked, and it's reminding me that even though my book is nothing like this, it's not a fantasy novel, it's not a thrilling fantasy novel, it's a good reminder to make sure that you include those hooks in your chapters to keep things interesting, to keep the readers coming back. So definitely something I will be considering in my rewrite. But yeah, just been reading a lot of this. I have about an hour before I head out to go meet up with my sister and a friend for lunch. And then I've also got dinner plans later, so I think this is the perfect time to squeeze in some reading. Finally wrapping this up because this upcoming week I really want to focus on putting all of my plot ideas into Plotter, and then I can focus on the rewrite. But let's get to it. That is 46 chapters all done, and there is just one left, the epilogue. But I'm going to save that for later today. I don't know if I'm ready to finish reading everything just yet, so I'm gonna save that last one for later. I did leave myself less time than I thought I had to do this editing. I ended up just doing about 30 minutes, give or take, to go through those 4 chapters. But just one chapter away from finishing this off. But for now, I'm going to go out and enjoy my lunch. For those of you who were interested in my Sunny Angels, thank you very much. My sister is the one who helped us get Sunny Angels, and with my friend Annabelle, we made a group order together, so we are going to be exchanging the angels, and I will show you what I get in a little bit. But for now, as always, I have to head out the door, and I will check back in with you later when I finish this final chapter. Back home now a few hours later, even though it probably looks like no time has passed for you, but it has been a couple of hours. The primary reason for our meetup today was to exchange these hipper Sunny Angels that my sister kindly did a group order for us, and I ended up getting a melon, and a little apple. I wanted to get 2 of them so I could stick one on my home computer and then one on my computer at work. No one else is gonna see this baby except for me, if you are wondering why I would be taking one to work with me. It's just for me to like post it above my monitor just so it peeks out. And yeah, and the little melon one is going to be staying at home with me. I'm very excited to have these 2. But now that I'm back home, it is time to edit this last chapter. So I'm gonna get to it. And I guess that is a wrap on my second draft. Going forward, I will just be working on what's to be the 3rd draft of my novel. And I think I definitely have decided it is going to be a complete rewrite. I won't say from scratch because I will definitely be referring to this second draft a lot. And I guess before then I need to finish doing out all the plot planning that I wanted to do and those 2 perspective chapter rewrites. But I think even when I was going through reading these last couple of chapters, I was really just imagining how they could be written in the first person. But I think that is the direction I will end up going in, unless someone tells me that the first person perspective is a terrible idea. But even then, maybe I'll still decide to go with it anyways. So in my little tracker, I wrote that I started this whole thing on July 1st, and now it is September 4th. It's taken me way longer than I thought it would to do this whole entire read through, but I guess I did take pretty much a break for a whole entire month. But I'm just going to write down that now it has been completed as of September 4th, and it is on to the next stage of the revision process, the next rewrite process. And that's where I will leave it off for today for now. Let me know what you're reading right now, if you're reading any exciting books. As you know, I am reading Fourth Wing right now and I can't put it down, and I'm sure as soon as I'm done with that, I will be jumping right into the Emily Henry book I've been reading. Thank you so much for watching and for coming along with me for this little more than a week-long vlog, but I'm really glad that I got to finish this paper edit and now it's on to different things. I'm hoping to gain more momentum and just keep things going to see where I get with this novel by the end of the year. I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!